If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and stay till the end, because what happens in the last moments will leave you thinking about your own life in a whole new way. The phone rang at 11:48 p.m., a time when most people are asleep, but for Ethan Reed, a single father working the late shift at a small-town diner, it was just another moment in a long, exhausting day. He almost didn't pick up. Unknown number. Odd hour. But something inside him whispered that he should. When he answered, the voice on the other end was trembling, but strangely calm at the same time. Please don't hang up, she whispered. I didn't mean to call you. I dialed the wrong number. But can you just stay on the line for a moment? Just one moment. Ethan froze. The voice sounded fragile, as if every word cost her strength. Are you okay? He asked gently. There was a soft laugh, broken, tired.
No.
Not really. But I don't want to be alone tonight. I just wanted to hear someone breathing on the other end. Just stay with me tonight. Please. He should have ended the call. It was late. He had a daughter sleeping upstairs. He didn't know this woman, but something about the way she said please made him stay. I'm here, he replied quietly. My name's Ethan. What's yours? There was a pause. Then she spoke as though revealing a secret she'd never said aloud. Leah Sterling. Ethan didn't recognize the name. He had no idea that she was that Sterling, the heiress to the Sterling global empire, one of the most powerful families in the country. He didn't know she was calling from the top floor of a silent penthouse overlooking a city where every light glowed, except the one in her heart. He didn't know she had spent the entire day hearing news that shattered her world. A rare illness, aggressive, unpredictable, and something money couldn't fix. She hadn't planned on calling anyone. She only wanted to hear a human voice. Someone who wasn't a lawyer, a doctor, or an employee following orders. She wanted someone real. So, why my number? Ethan asked softly. I don't know, she admitted. I guess I just hit something by mistake. But maybe it wasn't a mistake. That night, they talked for hours. She didn't tell him her diagnosis. She didn't talk about her fortune or her famous family. She spoke about normal things, what it felt like to be lonely in a room full of people, how she missed the version of herself she used to be, and how strange it was that a stranger's voice could feel safer than the people around her. Ethan shared his life too, raising his daughter alone after his wife left, juggling jobs, feeling like he was invisible most days. Leah listened, truly listened, and it felt like someone had finally heard him. Eventually, just before dawn, Leah whispered, "Thank you for staying with me tonight," and the call ended. But that wasn't the end. The next evening, she called again, and again, and again. What started as accidental became intentional, something they both quietly looked forward to. It wasn't romantic in the dramatic way movies show. It was something easier, softer, two people leaning on each other without asking for more than presence. One day, after a week of late-night conversations, Leah said, "I want to meet you, just once. I won't disturb your life. I just want to put a face to the voice that kept me standing when everything else felt like it was falling apart." Ethan hesitated. His world was small, simple. Meeting a stranger felt risky, but something inside told him she needed this. So he agreed. When he saw her for the first time, sitting alone on a park bench wearing a gentle smile and oversized sunglasses to hide how tired she looked, he realized she wasn't someone trying to impress anyone. She looked like someone fighting a battle she didn't talk about. "You look exactly how you sound," she said softly. "Strong, steady. And you look nothing like I imagined," Ethan replied honestly. "You look tired." She laughed. "Yeah, I guess I am." They walked through the park. She asked him to tell her about his daughter. He asked her about the city lights she loved watching from her window. They talked about things that didn't change the world but changed the way they felt for a moment. But when she suddenly stopped, placing a hand on the back of a bench to keep her balance, Ethan's heart tightened. "You okay?" he asked. "Just a little dizzy. It happens." She brushed it off. He didn't push further. Weeks passed. Leah's calls became shorter, sometimes only a few minutes, but she always said, "Stay with me tonight." as if those words anchored her. Then one evening, she didn't call. Ethan waited. Midnight passed. Then 1. Then 2. Finally, the next morning, an unfamiliar number appeared on his screen. "Is this Ethan Reed?" a voice asked. "Yes. This is Dr. Klein. I'm calling on behalf of Leah Sterling." His stomach dropped. The doctor explained just enough for Ethan to understand. Leah had collapsed the previous night and was now hospitalized. Her condition had worsened. Her family had been contacted, but she had given specific instructions that he should be informed as well. Ethan didn't think. He didn't plan. He simply grabbed his jacket and rushed to the hospital, not knowing why he felt such urgency for someone he barely knew, and yet knew so deeply. When he walked into her room, Leah looked pale but peaceful. She opened her eyes when she heard his footsteps. "You came?" she whispered. "You should have called," he replied, voice tight with worry. "I didn't want to bother you," she smiled faintly. "But I'm glad you're here." He sat beside her, and she rested her hand near his. Not quite touching, just close enough to feel comfort. "I'm not afraid of what's happening," she said quietly. "I'm only afraid of leaving without saying the things that matter. You don't have to say anything. But I want to." She paused, gathering her breath. "You reminded me that there are still people in the world who care without wanting anything in return. You showed me what kindness feels like. You made me feel human again, Ethan. Not an heiress. Not a patient. Just a person." He swallowed hard. "You did that for me too." Her eyes softened. "Promise me something?" "Anything," he said. "Keep living. Don't disappear into stress or loneliness. Keep being the man your daughter needs. And whenever life feels heavy, remember that one night when a stranger asked you to stay, and you did." Her breathing slowed, but her expression carried peace, not fear. The next weeks were filled with treatment, quiet moments, and conversations that felt more real than anything money could buy. Leah fought with grace, not for fame, not for legacy, but for the simple joy of another sunrise. She didn't win the battle forever, but she didn't lose either, because she left something behind. Not wealth, not buildings, but a ripple of humanity in the life of a single father who had spent years feeling invisible. And months later, Ethan stood in a children's charity center, one funded in her name, reading a plaque that said, "In memory of Leah Sterling, who believed that even one kind voice can save a person's night." He smiled through the ache in his chest. He understood now why she called him, why fate dialed his number instead of someone else's. Because sometimes the people who seem to have everything need someone who expects nothing, and sometimes the smallest acts of kindness outlive the people who inspired them. If this story moved you in any way, take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little hope today. And remember, one voice, one moment, one act of kindness can change someone's world.